Stand by for action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Very good evening to you. Welcome along. It's Friday night, 7 o'clock. Of course, the fastest aviation show on YouTube with my good self, Stu Bear, for the next 60 minutes, non-stop action all the way. And to start things off, it is, of course, the Vulcan. Well, of course, as always, it's great to have your company. And don't forget, we've got the chat room running. And certainly put a message in. And we'll very quickly say hi to Marcus Camfield, Becky Davis, Adu, and UHN 100. Good grief, Christina. Great to see you as well. And keep the messages coming. And, of course, we'll say hi. How you doing? Wishing you a really good Friday night. And also, we're saying hi to Marcus Camfield, Owen Paul, and who else have we got? We've got Gary Inge. How the devil are you, Gary? Great to see you. Also, hello to Peter, however we say your name, and keep the messages coming. It's great to see you. And of course, we've got our very good friend Andy. That's UHN 100. All right, time to go quiet. Time to hear and see the Vulcan.
Monitor tower on 11915.
Well, that's very kind of you to say there, Christina. And a very big thank you for all the birthday messages that were coming across on the Facebook last weekend. What a great weekend we had. We were down near Sherwood Forest at a great campsite called Columba Park. I'm sure quite a few of you know that area. Absolutely beautiful. Well, sorry you're not feeling so good. He's got a bit of a stinker of a cold. That's our Marcus Camfield. I know how you feel. That's how I felt last week. Oh boy, oh boy. But, of course, the bear is now back, firing on all cylinders and feeling good, ready to give you 60 minutes of non-stop action. And of course, as always, it's great to see all the hearts flying up through the chat room. So keep those going. Just hit that button.
Landing Vulcan, runway 27 lineup.
So this was taken from 2009 at the Royal International Air Tattoo. And of course, you can see it's Fairford.
Vulcan, can you make first right? Clock in a minute. Go.
And also this evening we're saying hi to Black Cat. Good to see you. But coming up for you right now, in fact, they're at Leeming over. They've been there since around about November, I believe. They come over every year. So this is the Swiss Air Force with their 18s. And if you've ever fancied going up to Leeming, they've got a very small little viewing area, and that's where this was actually filmed from. They normally come out to play late in the afternoon, and then, as you will see very, very soon, it goes on into the night. Pat Murphy, thank you for joining us. I just love the backdrop that as you can see at Leeming with, of course, the North Yorkshire moors. And of course, the messages just keep on coming in. And we've got Alan Burden. And I hope I get this right. It's is it Lundair? I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am. I usually am. And of course, Brian Smith. So that was the first wave that they normally do. They normally start taking off around about any time from about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And then around about 5-ish, as it's dark, you're going to see what happens. So let me know in the chat room, has anybody been up to Leeming this particular year? Have you been up to see the F-18s? It certainly is there, Marcus Campfield, Clumber Park. Yes, very close to Worksop. Absolutely. Great to see those messages. And don't forget, keep the hearts rocking and rolling. Right now, we're going to take a trip a couple of years back to Duxford. And starring this particular aircraft, of course, it's the MiG-15. Do I remember David Smith and his amazing dancing bear in Market Square, Nottingham, asks UHN 100. Late 70s, early 80s. Gosh, that's going back.
F-86 Sabres were sent into the theatre of rapid response. They soon found that the MiGs were better at high altitude, they had a superior rate of climb and faster acceleration. The MiG-15s gained air superiority in an area of northwestern Korea known as...
Well, indeed, the early 80s, I was doing a few nightclubs around Nottingham, I must admit. One of my favourite, it was called Easy Street.
Through the rest of the Cold War, aircraft like this had occasional confrontations with Western aeroplanes around the fringes of Soviet Union and Communist territory. In 1952, MiG-15s shot down a Swedish Air Force intelligence gathering, C-47 Dakota.
Yes, Marcus Campfield, it is a bit of a beauty, isn't it? But a little bit of a devil to film, this one. It really is quite small. And boy, oh boy, does it dart about the sky, as you can see.
West Germany and Berlin was shot down by MiG-15s. The Lincoln incidentally flown by the namesake of mine, one Flag Sergeant Peter Donnell.
And a very good evening to you as well there, Mid-Atlantic. And of course, Friday night. It is like having a TARDIS. We got back in time quite a bit. In fact, coming up very, very soon, we've got some absolutely rare video footage coming up for you.
Very nice to see the MiG here. Couldn't see them flying yesterday on the Norwegian historic jets because the runway was...
Well, fancy that, Andy. UHM 100. Yes, Easy Street, formerly Isabella's. In fact, I was very good friends with a particular DJ who used to play there quite a bit, and that was the one and only Franklin Hughes. So if you're around Nottingham in the early 80s, you'd have no doubt come across my good friend Franklin Hughes. What a DJ. What a voice. What a man. Well, there's the MiG-15, and in just a moment, I think we've got a couple of vampires.
And single seat FP6 fighter bomber. Both of them ex-Swiss Air Force aeroplanes. The Swiss using the Vampire until the early 1990s, post-war. They remain very
And here they are right now.
linked with the historical squadron.
And guess what I do? We've got helicopter time for you coming up later.
With number 54 squadron. In 1948, they went to the US for a tour. Effective.
We would have certainly have known Franklin Hughes if, well, you heard him. He had a particular style, and he sounded a little bit like Roscoe, if you remember him. He would sort of say, my, Franklin Hughes. Anyway, that's memories for me back in the good old days. Showing my age, rather.
Former Royal Norwegian Air Force company in particular took part in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies, amongst others, flew in a Mustang in the making of Memphis Belle here in 1989.
Isn't that view absolutely fantastic with a backdrop? Of course, at Duxford. Fabulous, fabulous location.
Some fewer flying boats. The US Navy have recognised the need for new patrol bombers to counter potential for a Japanese threat in the Pacific.
Some absolutely beautiful shots there. Hope you enjoyed that, especially with that bit of heat haze. Absolutely stunning on a beautiful day as well. And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows. Classic air show time, that's exactly what it is right now for the next few minutes, and this is rather special. And this was for the final days of the Canberra. When they retired from service from the RAF. They still stayed around for a little bit longer. And we got to see them at a few air shows even after this. But in fact, we have that and a brilliant display coming up a little bit later in the show. But enjoy this for the moment. It was a great DJ, wasn't he there? Andy Roscoe, the Emperor Roscoe. He's still on the radio over in America. He used to be on UDJ's radio as well.
Oh yes, he has, yeah.
And just look at these low flybys. Absolutely brilliant. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Well, we certainly did have some aircraft back in the day. And such a favourite, the fantastic Canberra. Coming up later in the show, we've got some Jags as well. And some very special video footage of those. So don't you dare go anywhere. Keep enjoying the show. See, I always try to bring you something different, and I certainly hope you enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. I'll be watching that back again a little
And
bit
coming
later.
up on Airshow World right now, it's helicopter time, especially for Adu.
Oh, my good friend over there in the US of A. Enjoy this. I'm going to go very quiet because the sound of these are absolutely wonderful.
Right 90, go. Landing lights, go. Zero lifting. Here's lifting. Leader to the parking. What's your address? What's copy? HP Cox, go. Rudder brake, rudder brake.
96 of those served with the Royal Navy. And the trio that we saw today, reflecting the breadth of the type's usage, the one that's owned by John painted in the markings of a water from HMS User, the Anchor class. But look back in its service days, it served in the Royal New Zealand Navy, or Navy Wings Wasp, which they acquired last summer, private ownership. The markings of Wasp attached to the ships by HMS Aurora, 89 Squadron.
Hi, I'm Terry Doc Martin and I fly a Westland Wasp helicopter. The Westland Wasp is probably one of the oldest helicopters around and flying these days. It's the first generation jet helicopter, and guess what? It's got real Falklands history in the 40th anniversary. It's a great pleasure to be here at the air show, the Midlands Air Festival. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Program for a light helicopter, and that program is both the Wasp and the Scout. They were based on a previous it was designed from the outset to operate the Royal Navy frigates and was capable of carrying 2 homing torpedoes as a match concept, manning torpedo.
Well, I do certainly hope you enjoyed that. And what a fantastic sound.
That might blow away.
And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows.
It certainly is Classic Air Shows Part 2, and this time we go back a long way to Yeovilton.
This is the final year in which we can see this aircraft displaying in the world, specifically designed and built for the low-level, under-the-radar weapons delivery role. flew down our service initially with 801 Squadron in July of 1962. That was the Buccaneer S1 with because just 4 days later, the Sea Eagle Squadron, Lieutenant Commander de Winton, made a ceremonial flypast at 1,000 feet above Nelson's Collet to mark the 160th anniversary of the Battle of Trafalgar. Also serves with 1435 flight.
Thank you so much. That's a lovely, generous thing you've just done. He's just done a donation into the chat room. Thank you. He says, this is a fantastic show. Well, thank you. Classic 1990s from Yeovilton, but right now, what year are we going to go to with the Royal International Air Tattoo? Aha, we pick 2009. thank you for the heart. Love you too as well. Look at that. If you wonder what we're talking about and you can't see the chat room, well, make sure you do. And it'd be great to have your company. If you want to put a message, do it right now. Well, pizza, it's great. That's what we'll call you. It's great. I'm so pleased you're enjoying the sound of the jets. And we've got more coming up just a little later.
Will it be through Green Alpha, straight to the holding point, and can you see if it's just turning in?
Jim Gemmell, how the devil are you?
I'll get back to you very shortly. I think I can see it here, and I think it's not.
And a good evening to you as well. That's Wiggles Way.
That's half an hour ago was scattered 4,500.
Well, Black Cat, we have certainly one of the loudest jets coming up. It's a jet bomber, and that's coming up in around about 6 minutes from now.
Information, it's hard to see from here where they're all going.
18.
Well, Peter, you are absolutely right. The F-35s, by goodness, they are loud, aren't they? Yes, Jim Gemmell, we're doing very, very well indeed. Thank you very much. Had a fantastic birthday last weekend, and once again, thanks so many people that sent birthday messages on the Facebook. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, a little earlier this show, we saw the Swiss F-18s at Leeming.
Okay, I need leader vehicles for the Hungarian Air Force.
And what about that one? Doing a fantastic display. Well, there you saw it. A few clips from ETA 2 2009. Coming up now, a very loud aircraft. Hope it doesn't deafen you. In fact, I dipped the sound down just a little bit to save your poor ears. Or maybe the neighbours wondering what was going on. We saw all those Canberras just a little bit earlier that were going into, I believe it was Kemble. Robert Feely tells me that. But right now, this was 2014. Probably one of the last times we got to see this display. It is, of course, the Canberra display from Waddington Air Show. How's Jasmine? She's absolutely fantastic. She's a beautiful doggy. And follow her on my other YouTube channel.
surfaced by shorts and Sky Farm, and one of them was delivered to the RAF. And they served for most of their time with number 39 Squadron, first at Nika in Malta, and then RAF Trinity at Blackpool at Ireland. On the brake land. Roger, report final gear down. Camera final gear down.
Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that. That was something special. In fact, Waddington Air Show always was very, very special. Absolutely loved going there. For the arrivals, departures, and of course, the air show.
One on shortly departing the active clear display.
Well, we're going to move on very shortly now into the rotary.
So from one rather loud aircraft to yet another one. Another very special bit of video coming up for you. I'm not sure whether it was Rob or Mick that filmed this. It's Birmingham Airport. With a very special visitor way back when. Yes, Brad, we should be live next Friday night for a Christmas special, hopefully.
Will it turn right round again, will it? Come round in front of us? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
Well, Rob, I'm pretty sure this was Mick that filmed this.
It's a big plane.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Air Show World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Air Show World, you can get yourself
15% off every single order. Just use the code AIRSHOW, AIRSHOW. It's all uppercase, and the link is underneath the video right now. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Well, you've been watching the fastest aviation show on YouTube. Of course, it is Air Show World with my good self, Stu Bear. I certainly hope you've enjoyed the show tonight, and the cats have as well. Look, they're fast asleep right behind me. That's Eccles and Tabitha. We must get Jasmine on one of these days. But anyway, if you wonder what that noise is... That's me knocking the headphones. Well, that's the 60 Minute Show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next Friday night, have yourself a great weekend and have a great week. And we'll see you next Friday night, 7 o'clock on the dot. Take care. And, of course, thank you for watching. And if you want to see Jasmine, all you gotta do is pop over to The Travelling Bear with, of course, Stu Bear. It's on YouTube, of course. And if you want to see more of the videos that you've seen tonight, and lots more, round about 1,500 different videos, it's Airshow World. You got to check it out. Right, that's 60 minutes. We're out of here. Take care. Have a good weekend, as I said earlier, and we'll see you very, very, very soon. Thank you, and good night.